and in. All right, so from here on, we will have our national anthem as well as our national pledge, and then we will have our devotion by our chaplain, and the rest of the program would flow from there. All right, so we'll have our national anthem. All respects due.
Born from the love of liberty in the fires of open breath, with the boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life
to the service of my Lord and my country.
I would honor my parents, my teachers, my leaders and my elders, and those in authority.
I'll be clean and honest in all my thoughts, my words and my deeds.
I would strive in everything I do
to work together with my fellow men of every creed and race,
for the greater happiness of all
and the honor and glory
of my country.
All right, thank you very much. You may have your seat.
Co-host. I am
I'm right
not
here.
seeing
I'm
her.
right here. Good morning.
Good morning,
morning.
students, and welcome. Wow.
Good morning, parents.
Yes, we are so happy to have you guys here. But you know, we will introduce ourselves in a moment, but we want to do a little housekeeping. You see, you at new school, you at secondary school, and one of the rules, you're supposed to have your cameras on. Oops. So let's see those cameras on. Wouldn't you like to see those lovely faces, my co-host? Yes, we want to see all those new faces. Wow, all those handsome and those pretty little girls. Oh, I have seen some of them blushing. Okay, so I don't want to call any names, but we are sure you have an explanation why your video isn't on. Your video must stay on throughout, please. Thank you. Yes, wow, they're looking sharp, miss.
Yes, they are.
Don't block the cameras with your hands,
blue.
please. You must leave the cameras on, every single one of you. Parents, please ensure that the cameras are on. This is orientation, and this is how it's supposed to be a class time, right? So no teacher should be having any stress, okay? With cameras and mics. Thank you, Ms. Dover. Okay, so wow, I just learned something new. Did you, students? What did you learn about what Chaplain Samaru was trying to share with us? Did you learn you can put on your mic and speak? Nathan, I'm not seeing you. Any feedback? Oh, probably they didn't get a story fully, miss. Probably.
Yes, sir, it's kind of glitching, man.
It's kind of glitching. Okay.
It's kind of glitching. Okay, so miss, we can probably speed it up. What I learned was that we need to put the most important things first, the big things. But you know, big things differ from person to person. So for probably one of our students, the big thing may be their video games. Miss Help? Or, or the big thing may be sleep or food.
Or
and
music.
They may put that first. Or music.
Yes.
Oh. But would they really get ones when they're graduating from school by having video games, music, food, sleep? Would they really get ones and a full certificate if they do that?
I don't think so, you see, because it means that what is on their mind is their games and their music. So nothing else matters. You see, when you ask when you are telling us to put important things first, it means it's number one, you know. So if these things are number one, it's going to conflict with the school life, miss.
Oh, so right now they're in secondary school. So that is a big rock that needs to go in first.
There is a big rock that needs to go in first.
But is it the first big rock? I don't think so. Do you agree with me? Yes or no, miss?
I don't agree. I think you need to put that big rock first, a big rock first.
And that big rock, I think the chaplain was trying to tell us that big rock is Jesus.
Indeed it is.
Yes, that big rock is Jesus.
Yes.
So each time you need to spend time in prayer before you begin your schoolwork, before you begin your homework, prayer is important, putting Jesus first. And it helps us navigate all the changes we'll go through. And one of them is puberty. Yes, okay, and many other things. All right, I see Chaplain Samadru trying to get back in. Okay, so put the important big thing, which is Jesus, first in your school life, in my school life, in my life, parents in general, and I will graduate with ones and a full certificate, and I would have a focused, successful life. Yes. Probably better than the generation before. I'll probably do, miss? Right.
Indeed.
Yes.
You know, as I say that, I just remember a quote, miss, that I found. Don't be the same, be better. So the challenge is to be better, as you say, than the generation before.
Don't be the same. Let's hear. Don't be the same, be better. All right. So you're going to be doing even better than the generation. So they'll be doing better than us too, miss. Okay. Are you ready to embrace what you just heard?
Of course. Well, yes, it is something new. But listen, I believe I can, students, parents, I believe I can through Christ. Yes, Form 1 students and parents, just embrace all the new experiences, understanding you are not alone. And I stress, you are not alone. You have the help of Christ.
I am Miss Hilda Hall-Julian, your in-house counselor, and my friend, my colleague, my lineman partner, Miss
Avenel McCullin Gonzalez.
We are hosting your orientation
this morning.
That last
listen,
part,
I sure that sound a bit confusing, right? And I want to know, are you feeling confused at this time? You know, you're sitting there and you're hearing, are you confused? I want you to light up the chat. Put C for confused, N for no. Come on, students. Are you, you know, we're in orientation this morning and you know, you're embarking on a new experience. Are you confused? Yes or no? Light up the chat quick. C or N? Come on, let me, I'm looking. Come
Who
on.
is confused, but C, who not confused, and C.
Nice.
All
We have a lot of
right,
N's coming
right.
through, miss.
Yes, I'm
A
seeing
lot of
it.
N. I saw one or two
Yes,
C's.
and that's okay, miss.
Yes.
I appreciate the
Nice.
honesty. And
That's right.
yes. And yes,
And we also compliment those who are not confused. It means that somewhere in their psyche they are ready. You understand? And they head on.
Yes.
Nice. Students, you
Yes,
do
yes.
well. Wonderful. So, Form 1 students and parents, you are and will continue to experience a lot of new things. Are you ready to embrace the new experiences? Now listen, you need to listen well.
Yes.
For the word embrace.
Oh, yes.
So that must be your response at the end of each sentence.
I can through Christ. Parents, today, once you hear the word embrace, like Miss said, our response is supposed to be, I can through Christ. And parents, you are your children's support to ensure that they say, remember they're in secondary school. Does that mean you stop supporting them as parents? No, the support goes on just as in primary school, just as in preschool. They still need your support. Just in a little different way, but they need your support. So now today, our session is going to be very interactive. So you must be always listening. Once you hear the word embrace in a sentence or question, you need to respond, I can through Christ. But I will ask some students to respond for us. So I would need, for the next one we are doing, I want Joshua Clark to respond for us. I can through Christ. Next time you hear the word embrace, right, Mr. Joshua Clark? Right? Okay.
Yes,
right. And everybody else at home will be saying it, but they would not put on their mics. Okay. So one of the first thing we want to note is that Southern Academy of Seventh-day Adventists, which we call affectionately SASDA, is a school that is Christocentric. That means we have Christ and the teachings of Christ as the center of all our other teachings. Are you ready to embrace that experience, students?
I can through Christ.
Very good. Yes, miss. Miss?
If you think your primary school, your last primary school, if you believe that your last primary school you came from caring, listen to me. SASTA is the school that has caring and supportive teachers. Good. Will you embrace it?
Good, right?
Okay,
right.
Nice.
Very good. And there is something that SASDA, like everything else, is growing and becoming. And SASDA is becoming a school that looks out for community a lot more than it did before. So what we would like to do with this batch of Form 1s and ongoing is that every term you adopt a community outreach project. Examples, it may be a senior citizens dwelling to clean, prepare care packages for children home or old age home, or donate meals to needy persons, or clean a beach or a park, assist in repairs to somewhere that the community use. I am sure Form 1 2021, you can brainstorm at a class and come up with ideas like that. How do you feel about that? Jude, you are going to put on your mic and respond when you hear that magic word. How do you feel about that? And the other students will respond with their mics off. How do you feel about that? Do you think, do you believe it's something that you can embrace?
I can do through Christ.
Very good. Yes. Miss, I am hearing from you in your mind that you want to hear more.
Definitely, definitely. So please tell us more.
We have a school song. And I am sure the school you came from, there was a school song. So now you have a new school song. Will you embrace it, Jude?
No.
Okay.
I can do through Christ.
Very good, Jude. And all the other students, Amir and Josiah and Michael and Kelsey and Daria, of course. I'm seeing somebody with a number that's in a name, so I can't call you by name, young lady. All right, so you need to put your name in, please, so we can identify you. Okay, Mr. Williams, the school song.
All right, so our school song coming right up. Share screen.
Okay, you can change it going to.
I'm getting it. That's okay. I have it.
You will be able, Michaela, you'll be able to change it.
All right, so school song. You should see my screen at the moment. Yes. Yes.
We're so glad to hear its call, 'cause the school's the best of all. Here we learn the golden rule as we daily go to school. Teachers give us thoughts of love, of the Lord's way up above, how he made our hearts within, clean and pure and free from sin. Toiling upwards, rain or sun, we'll soon hear the victory's won, and our hearts will be aglow for achievements here below. Though we're on another shore, and we walk in steps no more, we will keep in memory our dear Academy. We're so glad to.
All right, thank you very much.
Nice.
Back over to you.
This was beautiful. And parents and children, your school is run by an administrative team. Will you embrace them?
Okay, we'll ask Kezia Mark to respond on mic.
All things are true.
Christ, I can through Christ. And everybody needs to do that over again so I can see everybody speaking. Will you embrace?
Okay, great. I said your school is run by an administrative team. Things are done in the way that it's supposed to go. Will you embrace them? Nice.
Right, I am seeing the mouse moving. Very good, very good. Okay. And now we hand over to our principal.
Pleasant good morning to everybody. I trust that you are seeing me and hearing me clearly. Before I proceed, I just want to give special thanks to all of the parents and students who are present here this morning, who were on time. I want to thank the hostesses, I should say, for planning, along with the vice principal, for planning and putting together this orientation program. I must also make mention of the person who sang the national anthem and the school song. She's a former student of the school and a current teacher at the school, Miss Renata Francis. She's also the music teacher at our school. So I must make mention of her as well. As would have been mentioned before, my name is Osric James, your principal here at Southern Academy of SDA, affectionately known as SASDA, as you can see on my shirt here. All right. I know a number of you may be confused because you would have been seeing a mixture of old and new uniforms in the presentation when the pledge was being played. You would have, when you came into the school, you would have been seeing signs with an old logo, but you were in a shirt with a new logo. So there may be some confusion there. Later on, that will be shared, some more, and that will be shared with you. But I must mention that the school is currently in a transition of rebranding. COVID came and sort of stymied the progress that we would have wanted. So you would still see a mixture of the old monogram with the new, but COVID came in the middle of the transition. As such, you would still see a blend of the old and new. What you're currently seeing on my shirt, it's the new logo for our school and on your shirt as well. So I want to welcome you to Southern Academy of SDA. We're really happy to have you. It's always an exciting time when we get new students at our school because it's an opportunity to expand on the SASDA family. It's a family that is continuously growing, and you are privileged to have been given the opportunity to be here at Southern Academy of SDA. Miss would have said earlier, this is a Christocentric school. Christ is at the center of every single thing that we do here at Southern Academy. As such, success and victory is already guaranteed. You are
muted, sir.
Yes, nice. So because Christ is placed first, so you come in with that mentality. You're coming into a culture where Christ is placed first. You're joining that culture. Once you put Christ first, everything else God has promised to supply. Success will be yours. It is guaranteed once you place God at the fore of all that you do. So there are just a few things that I want to share with you and mention as we go along in the orientation exercise. All right, I will share the screen and I will point you to our school's website. And much of what you will see on this website, I'm just going to highlight a few things for you on the website, but I want you to go on the school's website and have a read through of all of the bits and pieces of information that you will have that will ready you to be a success at our school. All right. So when you do, the school's website is Southern SASDA sasda.edu.tt. You will see it right up in the address bar. So you can type it in, have a look, and get more information as it relates to our school. All right, just some information on the school's website. You would see Over the last couple of years, we would have had a pass rate of 80%. And as I said before, we are a Christocentric school, so God continues to bless us. In 2019, 62 students placed in the top 100 on the national merit list in 6 subject areas. So you see the expectation that is placed upon you already. Excellence and success is placed on you so that at your appointed time, you will be representing the school and putting the school on the map with regards to your success. You would see new year, new look, new commitment, the new uniform, our new logo. The school was established in 1953. We are a private institution, co-ed, of course, with a population of approximately 302 students. We are a small school as such. It's difficult for any child to go unnoticed. Students and teachers, as Miss would have mentioned before, teachers are very caring. They take on a parent role with their form classes. And as such, we look out for one another. We try to encourage and support one another to ensure success happens. Now, if you want to get a snippet of some of the activities that occur here at SASDA, you just click on this link here, on this video on the school's website, and you would see a myriad of different events and activities that occur here at Southern Academy of SDA. All right, I just want to remind those of you who are joining to mute your microphones, please. That's part of online etiquette. When you're joining, please ensure that your mics are muted so you don't disturb what's happening, okay? So please mute your microphones until you are asked to unmute. So those of you who want to get a snippet of what happens here in terms of our activities and events, you click on this video here. It will take you to a video on our school's YouTube channel. Those of you who want, you should know YouTube. You can type in Southern Academy of SDA and you will see all of the videos that we have there. But this specific video will give you an idea of the activities that we have here at Southern Academy. And of course, our LMS platform, our internationally recognized LMS platform, learning management platform, Schoology, and the Vice Principal will share more on this with you later on. All right. With regards to our mission and vision statements, I'll just read it briefly. Southern Academy of SDA will prepare students to live exemplary lives, committed to sharing wisdom, showing courage and supporting justice in the world. We believe that every member of the SASDA community will practice faith in God, commit to excellence, seek knowledge, live ethically, promote justice, and act with a global awareness. These are the expectations of all students who attend here, Southern Academy. Our mission statement: Southern Academy is a secondary school dedicated to transforming students in heart and mind, preparing them to serve God, the church, and the world. Our SDA belief here is that 3 agencies are necessary for success. They must work together for success: the school, the home, and the church. Those 3 agencies work together to ensure that our students are so well-rounded that when they go out into society, into their communities, into the world, they can serve God. Their lives can be a testimony for God. They can serve within the church, and as well they can serve the world. All right? In terms of our graduate outcomes, what do we expect of students who come here at Southern Academy? Students who attend Southern Academy must leave here being intellectually competent. They must possess an intellectual curiosity. They must develop critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, pursues excellence, searches for truth. They must be faith-filled, possess a sense of awe of God's creation and who the Creator is, understand the fundamentals of our SDA faith, and practice faith in God, which is critical to us in this life. practicing faith in God, progressing in his or her faith journey, because there are many challenges that you will encounter. Many, this life is filled with them, and we're already in one. This COVID bubble that we're all in, our new normal. But we have to progress in our faith with God, because God promises to be our refuge and our strength, our very present help in trouble. Students are to be globally responsible. So we're asking students to think outside of themselves, not just think about me, myself, and I, but think about something outside of you, the bigger picture. How can I contribute to society? What can I add to making this place a better, to making this world a better place? Students must demonstrate social, civic, and global awareness and responsibility, and the counselor would have made mention of it earlier on, what our plans are with regards to outreach programs and so forth, so that students could commit to service, demonstrate respect for self and others, develop a moral conscience, accepting responsibility for choices and actions. So our Adventist philosophy of education is a holistic approach where we try to develop our students, our charges holistically, and it stems from Christ and his example. Luke 2:52 says, and Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. And we take this and we try to inculcate it in our children and develop it in our students. The same example as to how Jesus grew as a youth. He increased in wisdom, that is the mental faculties, academics. He's a brilliant man. Stature, physically, through our different physical activities, co-curricular activities, agriculture, physical education, and so forth, physically, and in favor with God, spiritual growth through our Bible study sessions, our chapel sessions, our week of prayer sessions, and man, our social responsibility, how we relate to each other. How can I better not only myself, but my community and my fellow man? This is our philosophy of education. And it's a holistic one that seeks to develop the child as God, as a replica of Jesus and his life here on this earth. I would have spoken previously about the uniform. I just want to make mention of the uniform. This is the new uniform, the formal uniform, white shirt, navy blue and yellow striped tie, and khaki pants. This is the formal uniform. And this formal uniform, again, all of this is on the website, so you can have a look in your free time, explore the website and get more information with regards to what I'm speaking about currently. All right, so this is the formal uniform. This formal uniform is to be worn on Mondays to Wednesdays. And this is the informal uniform, the polo shirts, what you have on currently. Is to be worn on Thursdays and Fridays. Additionally, if we're having field trips and any off-campus or off-compound activities, students are expected to be in this this informal wear. All right, so I know a number of you will have come in wanting to purchase more of the polo jerseys. However, you can understand and appreciate the challenges that COVID-19 has placed on supply globally, shipment globally. It has impacted the port and as such. So there are orders in, but we had to ensure that every student got at least one. All right. So if you need an additional uniform, if you need an additional shirt, we may not have more sizes of the polo currently, but you can purchase the formal wear, the white shirt and the tie to wear in the interim virtually. All right. As I said, our intention was to ensure that every student, Form 1 student, got at least one. All right. So that when things open up a little bit more, the orders are already in. When things open up a little more, and the supply chains start to move again, and we get more in stock, obviously you will be informed. and you can come in to purchase more polo, but there are the formal ones in stock that you can purchase as well. With regards to the two more things before I close, with regards to the timetable is placed online. The timetable was designed for online, virtual, and for hybrid in the event that the government opens school for Form 1s to Form 3s at some point in time. We are unsure. But this timetable works for both online and the hybrid if the government so chooses. So as the timetable runs from Monday to Friday, it's a weekly timetable, a 5-day timetable. The day starts at 8:05 a.m. with class worship. Again, Christocentric, always put God first. So we start our day at 8:05 and students are expected to be present at 8:05. This is when the roll is taken. We pray, do a devotion. Students can speak to their form teachers, any challenges or concerns they may be having. This is the time for this to happen. And if a child misses this, they may be marked absent or they may miss important information that would have been presented at the form class level. So at 8:05 a.m., school officially starts. All right, there are 4 classes scheduled per day. This is Form 1-1 and 1A. Again, at some point in time later, you will get an idea of which of the Form 1 classes you would be placed in. So if you're 1-1, this is the line you're going to be looking at to see what classes you have. Science, first, mathematics, second, physical education, third, social studies, fourth, and 1A, same thing. All right, so you will get some more information on that. So the timetable is online on the school's website for you to have a look at. You can also click the link here to download your personal copy of the timetable. The book list as well is also on the website for Form 1s. You would have received copies of these. So if you would have misplaced the book list, you can visit the website and get a copy. Click on Form 1 to download your copy of the book list. All right? One important policy document that you should be aware of, you need to be aware of, is the Students' Code of Online Conduct with regards to what is expected of you while you're using the virtual space. This is critical for you to understand. This is critical for you to read as parents and as students, to be familiar with it. All right, as I would have said before, with regards to attendance, school starts at 8:05 a.m. sharp with class worship. You cannot miss. If you come to class at 8:15, you're late, and it will be reflected on your report. So at 8:05, be present. Face-to-face classes are required in online classes. The teacher is always visible to students, just as I am visible to you now. Students, their microphones and cameras are to be available to the teacher upon request. Sometimes, because of internet connectivity, it's impossible to have all cameras on at the same time because it reduces the internet bandwidth and it causes the system to stick and so forth. So the microphones and cameras are to be available upon request by the teacher. So the teacher at any point in time could call any child and ask them to answer a question or to respond. And they have to turn on their mics, turn on their cameras, be in the school uniform and respond. This is critical to maintain and to ensure the security of the student, the teacher, and the classroom environment. We want to ensure that the child is the one who is present in the classroom and not just logged in. So the child must be, the microphone and the camera must be available at all times. They must be in their uniform to be present in the classroom. Right? If these things are, if they for some reason, these things are not possible, communication is key. So you must communicate with the form teacher or you must communicate with the school to let us know what's happening so that allowances can be given. All right, so the uniform must be worn, and I'm very happy to see a number of you students that this morning at the orientation started off your first day of school the right way. You have on your uniform. Very good, well done, and I commend you on that. All right, so I will skip through all of the other things. I just wanted to highlight some things. I want you to go through this document. Appropriate use of the internet, right? You have to protect your privacy at all times, not give out your personal information, not give out your passwords, protect and respect the hard work of others by not only uploading images, music, videos, or other digital content that is created by you. It is critical for you to understand that the LMS platform that we use, it's not Facebook. Let me say that again. The Schoology is not Facebook, it's not TikTok, it's not Instagram, it's not WhatsApp. As such, you are expected to use the LMS platform in a professional way for its intended use, which is for your education. So starting with your picture, your profile picture that you put up, it has to reflect, I am a student and this is school. So a headshot in your school polo would suffice, right? Be very careful of what you post, the messages that you post on Schoology as well. Let me just go down here to the consequences for violation. Students shall understand that should they be found in violation of this policy, the consequences could include, but are not limited to, registered as absent for the session, disabling device features or applications, the revocation of all network access, and suspension or exclusion from school. This policy document is critical for the smooth running of online school. If any student is found in breach of these guidelines as outlined, the consequences are as follows. There's a function in Schoology where administration, myself or the vice principal, could make you inactive on Schoology, and you would be excluded from all of your classes. So if anybody puts something, put any profane language in the chat while the teacher is teaching, or a student puts on their camera and instead of doing what they're supposed to do, the camera is on doing all other things, or putting on your mic and saying things that are not in line with what's happening in the classroom, and the teacher speaks to you, speaks to your parents, and it continues and it persists. These are the consequences that would follow, because I would have started by saying the expectation that we have of every single student who comes here is of a high standard. Christ is our standard. We don't compare ourselves to any other school, any other individual. Christ is our only standard, and his standard is excellent. Excellence, that is his standard. So we hold our teachers, we hold ourselves as administrators, we hold our parents and our students to that same high standard of excellence. I'm not saying that we're not going to fall short. We're not going to mess up at times. But how do we respond? Do we continue messing up, or do we make the necessary adjustments? So I want to encourage you, have a look at the website. Get as much information as you can with regards to the school. And I want to remind you that if you put God first, if you embrace God, he will ensure your success. I started by saying he has already given you the victory. Success is already yours. You have started with an A+. What you do will determine if you continue or maintain that A+, or if something else happens. Students, I thank you for choosing Southern Academy. I thank you for choosing to stay at Southern Academy and be a part of the SDA experience. My prayer is that God will really bless all of you, bless your parents, and bless this entire institution so that we all can continue to work together for the glorification of God. Parents, I continue to ask for your support and your partnership. You are critical in this effort. So I continue to ask for your support and your encouragement, your feedback, your constructive criticism, because what we want is we want the best for our students and our charges. All the best to you. Thank you for being here. And my prayer is that God continues to bless us all as we work for the betterment of His children. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. James. Ms. Julian, go ahead. Hi, good morning again, everybody. My name is Mr. Williams. I won't have much to say else. I'm the vice principal for our school, Mr. Kristen Williams. My name is on screen. I wouldn't add anything to what Sue already said because I think he covered comprehensively everything else that needs to be said. I just want to add my own bit of welcome to you. I'm always excited to meet new people. I think that's one of the things that excites me the most in life. Like whenever we have to meet new people, it's always a joy. I go to a church that is, well, it hosts a lot of university students. That's Good News Seventh-day Adventist Church in St. Augustine. So usually when students come for UE in September, most of them, so every September we might have like a new batch of 50 to 80 new persons, and September is usually one of my most exciting months because I always look forward to meeting new people from different places, different countries. That's one of the things I like. So I can tell you, I'm excited to meet up with you. I'm excited to see you. I'm excited that you are here. And I pray that as you go through your journey with us, that you would grow, that you would develop, that you will become the best person that you could possibly be in this life. And not just in this life, but that you would become so good at being you through Christ that it would pave the way for you getting to heaven through the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. And so I pray that as you journey with us, that you take in every single experience, that you enjoy every activity, that you participate in everything. Because the truth is, how much you enjoy any activity is based on how much you participate. If all you do is sit by, then there's not much fun or enjoyment in that. So your level of participation, your level of activeness is tied directly to your level of success and satisfaction that you will get or that you will have throughout your experience here. We have very competent teachers, very exciting teachers, teachers that are very caring, teachers that are very loving, that would go the extra mile just to see you succeed. All we ask is that for your own self, that you push yourself that extra mile to ensure that you succeed. We are willing to work with you. We are willing to go the extra mile for you. Again, we could message, you could talk to us. We are always open-eared to be able to respond or to give advice when necessary. And parents, we appreciate you taking the opportunity. As Sue said, it's a privilege to be part of our family. We consider ourselves a family. We're not a very, very large school, just a few hundred, about 300 students. So we are a very close-knit group of people. We know everybody. Everybody knows everybody. It's kind of like a village, you know, where we look out for each other in that sense. And so parents, we appreciate you taking the time to have your children come to us. And we look forward to working with you as a partnership to ensure that your child receives the best care and the best education that they can possibly have. Of course, we will do our bit from the school end, but as Sue said, there's also other facets that are involved. The home and the church as well is also necessary to ensuring that your child receives an all-round education and all-round growth package. All right, so we look forward to working with you. You are free to call us, email us anytime if there's a challenge, if there's a problem. I would tell you now, as with any relationship, communication is key. Lots of things are preventable or prevented once there is proper communication. So if there's a challenge, you communicate. If there's a problem, you communicate. If there's something good, you also communicate, right? Don't just communicate the bad things. We tend to do that, communicate when you want to complain. But you could communicate to compliment, you could communicate to commend, you could communicate to praise, you know, those sort of things. Just communicate. That's all we ask of you, that you communicate as much as possible. So thank you. And we look forward to working along with you as we seek to ensure that your children are successful. now we are going to look at just a short video we put together to represent our change of uniform. You will see that, and then I will show you a video. Well, I'll actually just go to the video on YouTube that's so pointed to. I'll play it in brief in terms of some of the activities that we offer at school. Of course,
doing that after the testimony, but go ahead.
Okay, cool, no problem. But after this, so we'll do that after the testimonies, no problem.
Right, after this is the greetings from our teachers.
Yes, ma'am.
But I'll let you say it.
No problem. So let's just jump to that changing uniform video, and then Miss would introduce the greetings from the teachers. All right, so she's the MC, so I'll obey and follow instructions. All right.
No, sir.
No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Protocol established.
Sorry about that.
I am quite okay with it. It's not a problem.
Yes.
To be good leaders, you have to learn to be good followers. That's what I always say.
Okay, sir.
All right. All right. So let's jump over to some of these students put together a nice little TikTok video. I was very impressed with it actually. Representing the change in our uniform. So you see the old uniform and the change to our new uniform. So
yippee!
Enjoy, enjoy.
Yes.
Let's put this up. Wow. So we see the change from our old uniform. This was our old uniform. We have a change in color skirt, change in tie, change in, but shirt color remains the same, change in logo. And this is what the uniform looks like with the polo t-shirt. This was the male uniform and tie. And this is the new one. All right, so thank you very much. So that was a demonstration of the change in our current, the change in our uniform to what it was to what it is currently.
And so we want to say thank you to one of our teachers who especially did this.
Yes.
Yes. Please. And they will be meeting that teacher now, but I'll call her name. So when she comes on, you will see her, our teacher, Renata, Miss Renata Francis. You would have seen already singing, our music teacher. All right. She, we have creative teachers. Karen, also creative teachers. And now, so you have new teachers on board. And you no longer have one teacher just teaching all day, like in primary school. You now have various teachers coming to your class. So the setup is different, and the amount of teachers you interface with is not just one in any given day. So I want to ask you a question, and I want Mattia Guevara to respond. You know, put on her mic and respond, Mattia. So we are having new teachers. You will be having new teachers. In any given day, you would not be seeing only one teacher. You'll be seeing several teachers. Will you embrace them? I'm not seeing the mouths moving. What you're supposed to say? Right. And where's Mattia's mic? Mattia, let me hear you.
I can do it, you guys.
Very good. Thank you so much, Mattia. And at this time, welcome to the teachers of SASDA, Southern Academy of SDA, the teaching staff. And then you will meet your individual teachers for your class. Go ahead, sir.
Right, coming right up.
Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Sir James, and I am your principal here at Southern Academy of SDA. I look forward to working with all of you and serving you in my capacity as I seek to take you through this new journey, this new experience of secondary school. I wish you all the best and all the success that God has promised to all of you.
Good day, students, and welcome to Southern Academy. My name is Mr. Williams, and I am your Vice Principal. We look forward to you sharing your 5-year journey with us. And as I always say, work hard and play hard and excel. We hope for the best, we look forward for the best, and I pray that you enjoy your stay with us. Again, welcome.
Hi, I am Lydia Richardson, and Southern Academy is like home. I am a past pupil, past teacher. I'm currently a parent, the regional school treasurer, and part of the administration of the school. Welcome, let knowledge increase.
Hi students, my name is Ms. Clary Charles. I am the administrative assistant at Southern Academy. Welcome to Southern Academy of SDA, or as we like to call it, SASDA. I hope your experience here will be memorable and challenge you in new and exciting ways.
Hi, good day. I am Ms. Ramdeen and welcome to Southern Academy SDA. We are happy to have you and I can't wait to be your teacher. Welcome.
Everybody, my name is Ms. Armstrong and I teach home economics, technology education, and food nutrition and health. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Samuel Albita. I'm the agricultural science and PE teacher at Southern Academy. Welcome to Southern Academy.
Hello students of Form 1, I am Mrs. Dan. I teach visual arts. Welcome to Southern Academy and I do hope that your time here would be a fruitful one.
Hello students, welcome to Southern Academy of Seventh-day Adventist Secondary School, your home for the next 5 years of your secondary school life. I am Miss Benjamin and I teach English language arts in the lower school. I look forward to spending time with you and helping you to build your memories as you go through secondary school.
Hello everyone. Hi, I am Miss English. I teach Spanish. Welcome. Bienvenido.
Good morning students. My name is Ms. Guevara and I teach electronic document preparation and management, which is EDPM for short, and information technology, IT. I teach this to Form 4 and 5, so I may not interact with you all on a daily basis or teach you all right now, but for sure I will be teaching you all in the upper school, 4 and 5. So all I would like to say is welcome and God bless.
Hi Form 1s, good morning. I am Ms. Joseph. I teach Social Studies at Form 3, 4 and 5 level, and I am here to welcome you to Southern Academy. I know your journey has just begun with us and you will enjoy yourself in our school, and God's richest blessing to you and your family.
Good day, Form 1s. My name is Mr. Lidlow and I teach mathematics at Southern Academy of SDA. Welcome to our school and I hope you enjoy your stay with us.
Good day boys and girls. My surname is Samuel Paris, but
Everyone calls me Miss Paris. I'm timetable to teach you Spanish and social studies. Welcome to Southern Academy and be blessed.
Hello to all the brand new students. I am Miss Saunders Nori. I teach English in the language department. Welcome to our Southern Academy family.
Welcome to physical education. I have been looking forward to saying that to you for so long. My name is Jason Skip. I am your physical education teacher and I am excited to begin teaching you. Once again, welcome.
Hi, my name is Miss Lisa Smith. I teach English literature. Welcome to Southern Academy.
Good morning, new students of Southern Academy. I am Valerie Telesford and I teach Form 3 Business Studies, Form 4 and 5 Office Administration and Principles of Accounts. Welcome. Do have a great stay with us.
Hello, good day. Form 1 students, my name is Miss Ura and I teach physics in Form 4 and 5 and integrated science in Forms 2 and 3.
Greetings, parents and guardians, and an extra special greeting to our brand new Form 1s. I am Mrs. Marcia Young-Willis, and I teach Principles of Business and Economics to the Form 4 and the Form 5 students. I am so glad, boys and girls, that you finally joined us here at this fine Christian institution. Let me tell you a secret. If you are obedient to God and you work hard, God is going to richly bless you for the next 5 years. Welcome to the Southern Academy of Seventh-day Adventist family.
All right, hi, morning, incoming students. My name is Mr. Jack. I'm one of your science teachers, biology to be specific. I'm glad that you've chosen to be here with us, that you would have been a part of this orientation and this school. I hope that you enjoy the experience with us and you make the most of it. You enjoy all the aspects of it and interact with your other students and with the teachers and all the extracurricular activities. Enjoy yourself and all the best in your endeavors.
Hello parents and new students, welcome. I am Chaplain Beverly Samaru Warner and I am responsible for your spiritual welfare at our school. Congratulations on your achievements and the beginning of a new phase in your lives. I am excited to meet you all and I encourage you to contact me at any time. All my information is on Schoology. Again, I say welcome and God bless you all.
Thank you, Miss. Your mic is muted, I think.
We would have wanted you to meet with your form teachers now. You would have seen some of them there. We were trying to get separate welcome videos from your form teachers, so you would have been introduced to them. Realizing apparently that did not happen, but that's okay. I can tell you, we will discuss when we separate later on. We will try and make that possible. So here's what. You have new classmates. You know that? It's not the classmates from your primary school. They are new classmates. And I want to share something about this, your secondary school experience and having classmates. You see at the beginning in Form 1, Form 2, you all may be just meeting each other and some of you may agree and some of you may disagree to each other. There's usually a lot of establishing of relationships and falling out and establishing, and that is okay. All that is part of your social development. However, when you get to all Form 3, Form 4, Form 5, the relationships that you foster, that you establish there, usually remain with you for an entire lifetime. I can remember my friends, I'm in touch with many of them from my Form 5 experience. So I want to tell you, embrace your new classmates. That may be your lifetime friends. And at this time, I am going to ask Ruben Malchan to be the person to respond. So we are embracing our new classmates. They may be our lifetime friends. Students of 2021 Form 1, will you embrace this new classmate experience?
I can through Christ.
Thank you,
Wonderful,
all of you
wonderful.
students. Brilliant.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you know, Miss Julian, I sat and I listened and I am saying, oh, if I was young as these students facing me, I would have wanted to embrace the SASTA experience. So students, I want to hear from you for a brief moment. You know, secondary school. What excites you most about secondary school? Anything at all? I want you to put it in the chat. What excites you most about secondary school? You know, you were in standard 5 and yes, the whole certainly SDA, but actually getting and, you know, now that you have to go to secondary school, is it exciting? I think it's an exciting journey. So I want to hear from you. What excites you most about secondary school? Let me see
Field
my new
trip,
teacher.
Spanish, science.
Spanish, me too. Meeting new
Sports,
people.
what exciting. Yes, sports. Yes, new experience, meeting new people, teachers, yes. New chapter in my life. Sports, yes. Field trips, miss, field trips.
Songing good, songing good. They're
Spanish.
songing good, miss.
Oh, sports,
art.
Everything. Yes, miss, music, maths.
Maths.
Yes, wow. Yes, new friends, sports, art, field trip, everything. Yes,
everything.
Maths,
I love
tech,
that.
art,
Embrace
miss.
everything.
Wow.
Learning, miss, learning.
Yes,
learning,
new faces, learning.
Yes.
My sister being a teacher there.
All right,
feel I know
nice.
who that is. New things.
New things. And
Yes,
you know,
science, new friends.
anything else? Right.
New
So
friends.
listen, before
History and meeting new friends.
History, boy.
Yeah,
what
boy.
I want to leave with you, students, Miss Julian, what I just want to tell you, students, learning, and students, you have to say this to yourself. Learning is my responsibility. Your teacher's responsibility is to teach. And I heard the vice principal say, if you don't be a part of anything, you're going to find school boring. And that's so true. Listen, you see the person who say everything, I want to challenge you. Listen, everything SASDA has to offer, embrace it. Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Nice.
Yes. So SASDA has a number of, I want to say thank you to Miss. Until we go off on Schoology, I don't think you'll be hearing from her, Miss. And she just sent some important words to us. And she said, embrace everything SASDA has to offer. Thank you, Miss. Okay. So now we're going to be looking at some new experiences. And what better way to look at a new experience than to hear it from someone who went through the corridors of Southern Academy. Let's hear from one of our past students, Jonathan Henry, who graduated in 2020, one of our graduating students. But will you embrace this new experience? I want to ask Ahmad Mohammed to share with us that response. Are you going to embrace this new experience? All the students need to respond. Let's go. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. Right. So at this time, we turn our attention to our testimony from our past student. And then Sasta highlights, and then we move into Schoology.
All right. Good.
Jonathan.
Good morning again. The video coming right up. All right, so this video is a video that was recorded by one of our immediate past pupils, currently alumni. She would have given some recommendations regarding the school. So I thought it was something that, we thought it was something that would be very necessary or pertinent for you to understand the school, what happens here, and so on and so forth. So take a look and be blessed. Okay.
Vice Principal,
Share screen.
especially invited guests, members and staff of Southern Academy of the Seven.
We are hearing, but we're not seeing that yet.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't share the screen.
Okay, so we're going to start over.
I am Jonathan Henry, and today I am pleased to share my testimony on how our institution, the Jesus School, taught me 3 major life lessons. Number 1, everyone deserves a second chance. I am not proud to admit I wasn't always a good student, son, and even a Christian. From a child who skipped classes to lime in the hallways, staircases, and even the back of the classroom while lessons were being taught at my previous secondary school. And then still, the then principal, Mrs. Allen, and vice principal still found it in their heart to allow me to study at their prestigious institution. When I transferred to Southern Academy, God surrounded me with the best form teachers and subject teachers I could have. Mr. Skeet, the traditional Trinidadian father, supportive in everything I did, but strict anytime I tried to stay off course. And right next to him, a traditional Caribbean mother to go alongside, Mrs. Herridge, always pushing me. 2020 was never enough. She always used to say, Mommy and Daddy will be proud, so keep pushing, keep revising. They must say, this is my son and this is what he did. And alongside them, teachers such as Mr. Beaton, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Ramlin, Mrs. Joseph, Ms. Guevara, Mrs. Willis, and Mrs. Telesford, Mrs. Norrie, Mr. Stephen, Mrs. Lulu, Mr. Billy, and my Guyanese mother, Mrs. Benjamin, Mrs. Julian, Mrs. Armstrong, Mrs. Achong, and all the members and staff of Southern Academy helped me to strengthen my faith in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And yes, it took a village, in this case, a whole school, to raise this God-fearing Christian child. Life lessons number 2. What you reap is what you sow. When I entered Southern Academy, my parents and I made the decision that I would repeat Form 2. The first week of school, Mrs. James brought an integrated science test. Let's just say the score wasn't something I was proud of. I crumpled that paper up and threw it into my bag. Looking at all the students jumping with joy, happy, I began to revise and push and push and push. And then came the last term in Form 3, where my grades were so good they were perfect, according to Miss James. And what you reap is what you sow. Life lesson number 3. It is never too late to change. Thanks to all the members and staff of Southern Academy for changing my life for the better. If it wasn't for them, I would have been another statistic. But now, I can not only be an outstanding member of society, but a person with authority, no longer with my head facing down, but my head held high. Because I am Jonathan Henry, a part of a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, and of a peculiar people. I pray that all my fellow members of the graduating class, all the best. May you achieve all your dreams. But wherever life may take you, always remember this certain part of our school song. We will keep in memory our dear academy. Thank you.
Due to time, and Miss Sir already directed you to the platform where you can see highlights of the SADSA experience, we are going to move in now to our new learning platform. Our new learning platform, LMS, well, LMS for sure that people refer to. You may know Google Meet, Microsoft, different platforms. But I am sure Schoology is something really new to you. And I want to say, I had Mr. Malchan already, so, and I had Mattia, and I want to ask Mr. Rollins, Terrell Rollins, to respond. So we have this new learning platform, Schoology. Unmute your mic, Mr. Terrell. Will you embrace this new learning platform, students? Mr. Terrell Rollins, you are not paying attention? Yes? Come on, what do you say? I am not hearing you, sir.
I'm going to try.
Thank you, sir. And I'm sure everybody said it. So at this time, as we navigate the Schoology platform, we're going to welcome Mr. Christian Williams, who you've been hearing from all the morning, who wears so many hats at Southern Academy. And he's our VP, he's one of our teachers, he's like our father to us, to the students, and the list goes on and on. So at this time, I welcome parents, students, we welcome Mr. Christian Williams. Thank you.
Thank you again, Miss Julian. Really appreciate it. All right, guys. So Schoology, as I would have mentioned to most of you during your registration process, Schoology is our online learning management platform, LMS, as we call it, as it's known in technical terms. But it is basically during the virtual space or when you have to do school online, this is where you would go to do school. So for all of you, when we registered, I would have given you, you would have given me an email address and I would have registered you on the system. So I would walk through with you basically how Schoology works. And then from there, I would go through with you how to log in and where to log in. Ms. Julian, there's a group that I attached you to called Form 1 Class 2021-2022. So I will direct them there for the next part of the conference. Okay. I can't hear you.
Could you add Ms. Avenel to it, please?
Sure.
But he'll do that after, I guess, when
No
at your
problem.
convenience, at your time of convenience.
Sure thing.
Okay.
All right. Oh, and form teachers, you are in that group as well as admins. So I'm just going to direct them there at their first login for that session. All right, so let's go. Oh, I need to share the screen with you. So Schoology is a very comprehensive system that we use for everything. So it's where you go to do virtual school as in your video conferencing. So you don't need to go to Zoom and then go to somewhere else for your schoolwork or through WhatsApp or anything like that. Everything school related is done through Schoology, every single thing. So I'll go through with you briefly. Of course, I don't anticipate or expect that you would learn everything today. Your ICT teacher would go through with you when you have ICT class. Throughout the remainder of this term, he will go through with you the different facets of Schoology, how to use certain things, how to get around if you're having challenges. So you would have that continuous learning process taking place.
And the parents
and for you parents, yes, and for you parents, we will be having class meetings. So when we have the individual class form meetings, we will also have a session that is geared towards parents specifically. I'll go through briefly with you here, but during our class meetings, we'll have meetings as individual classes in a smaller setting. So you could ask questions and get a bit more feedback and manage them a bit better. you would be able to ask your questions, and we will go through in a bit more detail how, as a parent, you navigate Schoology and get around to what you're looking for. All right, so let me just share my screen quickly. Share screen. All right. So let me zoom this in because it may be a bit small. All right, so what we use is a website called Schoology. So how you log in is you go to a website called, let me pull this up over here. Okay. So the website is www.schoology.com. Right, so this is where you go to log in. Don't go there yet. We will work through that just now. Right, so this is the website that we use. This is the name of the website that you go to in order to log in to the online platform, Schoology.com. So this is where I am at the moment. Then when you get there, you would sign in with your email address. That's the one you would have given me when we did the registration process. And you will sign in with your password, right? Then you would click login. If you forget, everybody's password at the moment is password 1. That's a capital P. You should know your own email address. So let me just write the password that I gave you. I will show you how to change it in a bit. So the password that you would have is password 1. Right? That's for every single person, parents and students alike. So your email address, and this will be the password for everybody. Capital P for the word password and the number 1. All right, so you put in your email address, then you put in your password, which is password 1, and then you click login. Upon logging in, you will be greeted with, let's call it a welcome screen, or basically what you will see is a bunch of information. We like to call it a wall. So it's similar to Facebook's wall. When you log into Facebook, your updates and everything come on that wall, right? So this is what you'll be greeted with most times. The first thing you will do, and I'll walk this through with you again, is that you will go to your name. So your name will show up in the corner over here. You will go to your name. Then you will go to settings. And then from settings, the first thing I want you to go and do is to change your password. Right, so you click on your name, click on settings, and then you will go to change your password from password 1 to something new that you will remember. All right, so that's the very, very first thing that you do. And at the end of every term or ever so often, I would remind you to just update or change your password because it's important that, you know, we have a level of security going forward. All right, so Schoology basic walkthrough. And then I'll direct you to a group that Miss would take through some of the stuff with you. When you log into Schoology, everything that appears on this page right here would be based on everything that we post as a school or that is posted by your subject teachers in your respective subjects, or that is posted to your class group. I don't think I created class groups for you as yet. I'll do that shortly. Right? So just the things that are important to you, you will see there. So this is my login, so you will not see Form 5 physics or anything there because you're not in Form 5. So this would not appear on your wall. On this column, you will see everything that you have in terms of upcoming assignments, assessments, tests, what is happening in school, in your classes, and so on and so forth. This is our calendar of events. So everything that is related to you that is upcoming at any point in time in the calendar would show up on the right-hand side of what is. All right. Additionally, so basically when you log in, this is all that you would see. Additionally, at the top, I'm just going to walk you through these two tabs where you have courses and groups. Your courses would represent all the subjects that you are in. And this is where you would go to your individual classes. Now, Miss would have mentioned to you before, unlike when you were in primary school where you had one teacher for math and the same teacher for science and grammar and everything else, it works differently in secondary school. So in primary school, you had one teacher that covered every subject However, in secondary school, you have a different teacher for every single subject. So it is important that you check with your timetable to see what subject you have at any given day. During that day, when we have virtual school, you have 4 subjects for the day, and school begins at 8:45 in the morning with class worship. Right, we would have spoken to that when we had our briefing. Class worship is mandatory, right? So, and then you check with your timetable to see what class you have, and then based on the subject you have, you will click on one of those subjects. All right, so what I will do, let me log in as a student. Schoology. Let's see what student we have. Let me just choose a random student. All right, I'm going to borrow somebody. I don't know who it is yet, just somebody. All right, Jaden Charles, I'm going to log in as you. All right, so log in, put in your email address. I won't change your password, you would go and do that when you log in for yourself. All right, so as a student, you will see stuff from the education department, from our higher organization, things that are posted to the school itself. So you would have your timetable there. Remind me later so that you can have that. And again, on the right-hand side, you would see what is upcoming. Now, because you're not in any specific class, so you wouldn't have had any classwork, all of what you would see here is basically things that are specific to the entire school or the holidays that are present in Trinidad and Tobago. All right, so if you click on courses, you would see all of the courses that you're involved in. So you have English language arts, you have home economics, information and communication technology, integrated science, mathematics, music, physical education, social studies, and so on and so forth. Now, all of the teachers may not have put up all of their stuff as yet because I think I loaded all of these classes yesterday. So some of them would still be doing some stuff in terms of your registration and setting up your classes, and that's okay, right? And for, depending on what you have on any given day, you would go to that specific subject. So every time you have a subject, you have to click on that specific subject to be able to enter the class, right? I'll just use one example and then I'll move on, and then I'll walk through it with you as you do it for yourself. So let's say home economics. You go to home economics, and what we use for our virtual conferencing or teaching virtually through video conferencing is an app called Conferences, and this app would take you to, right, so you need to click approve there. This app would take you to whatever conferences is happening. When you click here, there would be a line here that says a specific conference title, and you click on it, and then you would be able to join that conference. All right, so I'm going to walk you through. So that's it. For your timetable, you look at your timetable, and based on what subject you have, you click on that subject, and then you'll also go there to have everything else in it. Additionally, in your subjects, you'll also have all the materials that are necessary for that subject. So your notes, videos, PowerPoints, PDF presentations, quizzes, assignments, they would all appear here when you just log in. As I said, I don't expect you to learn everything today, but you will get the hang of it. Your teachers will also go through with you just to make sure you understand everything that you need to know in order to be ready for Schoology or learning online. All right, your groups. So far, you will be part of 2 groups. There's a general Form 1 class for 2021-2022. That'll be where everybody, as in all new students, would be. And then you will also be part of an individual class group. So if you're in Form 1, we have 2 Form 1s, Form 1-1 and Form 1A. So if you're in Form 1-1, you would also see Form Room 1-1 or Form Room 1A. So you'd have access to those 2 groups. Your Form Rooms are where you would go for your class worship on a morning. So that is where you would meet with your form teachers, your other students in your classes, where you would have announcements, updates, you'd have worship, you'll have special activities. All of that will be done in that specific class group. All right, so that's where you will go for that to happen. For today, however, just to give you a basic idea as to how things work, what I want you to do is, if you're using But if you're using a laptop, you could just open a new tab or open Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge. And I'm going to walk you through the login. When you log in, what I want you to do, listen carefully. Let me just make sure there's one here. Okay, let me just set that up first. Where is it? Not this one. Okay, let me just set that up so that you could log into it right away. All right, so I will tell you what you need to do. That's today. Let's put that at 11. All right. So I just created a conference. So I will demonstrate to you how this looks, because as of now, we will no longer be using Zoom to have this sort of face-to-face activity. Everything will be done in what we call conferences. So I will start this, just set this up, and I'll switch back over to Jaden's profile and show you how you could work with it. Ms. Julian and the form teachers, you can log in. Thank you, admin in the course. So
you are currently the only
person in this
conference.
All right. Let's go back to not you, but you. All right. So how? Right.
So is Sonia alone here now? No. Yes. No.
No. Probably the students not there yet. I'm going to walk them through how to get there.
Okay. Okay. I forgot to thank the parents. That's okay.
We'll do that. I wouldn't finish yet. All right. So when you log in, what you would do for now is that you will click on groups. Then you click on Form 1 Class 2021, 2022.
You're putting over now?
I didn't as yet. I'll do it shortly. Right? Then you click on Form 1 Class 2021. So let me go that over. When you log in, you'll go to groups. Click on, there's only one option, so you can't get confused here. And then you will, on the left-hand column, you click on this word called conferences. Yes? So you would see, I just created this conference where I'm in. So if I click on this, you would see that I am there. You see my name appear. 1 second, Tig. When you log in, you must, I would give you a file in terms of how to log in. I will set up a file to show you how to go through the process. You allow you click on microphone, and then a pop-up will come. You must click allow, right? And then when you click allow, it will give you an echo test. Once you can hear yourself when you speak, then you click the thumbs up button, and you are good to go. When you join, please make sure to mute yourself.
You are now muted.
All right, so you would see that I have a few people inside here already. All right. So you see my name there, and you see Jaden, because currently I'm logged in as Jaden. So Jaden, I will log out so that you can log in as your own self. All right. So what I want you to do is to go and do that now. And please make sure that you have, so I'll walk you through if you have any challenges in terms of how you log in itself. This is something that we will do as a class when we have separate classes. So this is something that will happen again subsequent to now. But just wanted you to be aware of what is happening so that you can have a hands-on experience in terms of an overview as to how to use the system itself. All right, so let me share my screen again. All right. So as a parent, Schoology allows you to go in and see everything that is happening in your child's account. The only thing you do not get to do is to attend or log into the actual class itself as the parent, or submit assignments or do homework and submit it for the student. You cannot do that as a parent, right? That has to be done and come from the child's account itself. All right. Outside of that, you are able to see the child's attendance. You are able to see their grades. You're able to see which homework they got. You're able to see when it is due. if it is overdue, if it is late, what is happening in school. You have access to all of that in real time. All right, so what I would do, I'll take the liberty to log in as a parent. I might just choose some random parent, and I will go student. Let's choose somebody I did not see today. Kari, Justin, K-E-R-I. K-E-R-I. Okay. You can be doing the Schoology. Right, so I'll log in as a parent just so that you would see exactly what it is a parent would see. All right, so when you log in as a parent, this is what your screen would look like. Okay, so what you will see is, okay, right. What you would see is the student's account. So they would, once you log in for the first time, it would give you some prompts and hints as to where to go to do what, right? So tell you this area will display all your child's activities. You could go through and see the enrollments, access your child's post enrollments. That's from enrollments here. You could access their grades, attendance, overdue, and upcoming activities, groups, courses, grades. I'll go through all of that. So when you log in, as a parent, this is what you're presented with. Immediately, you will notice that in this case, this parent's child is Kira Agad. So when you log in as a parent, it automatically goes to your child's account. You can switch to your account by simply clicking on the child's name and then clicking on the parent name itself, right? And that will change some information. I'll explain the difference between them for you shortly. So let's just go back to where you would land. So from here, well, of course, these are new students, so they wouldn't have anything pending or anything that was done so far. On your left-hand column is where you would find everything you need to know at a glance. As soon as you log in, everything you need to know at a glance is on the left-hand side. So you would notice that it has here graded assignments. If there were graded assignments or anything that was given for grades or for math, let me make this a little bigger. Right, this is on the left-hand column. If there was anything given for grades, any assignment given that was math, you would have a number there to see if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 assignments. If there were test or quizzes given, they would tell you how much of them, and you could click on any one of them to see the grades that were given for those. Graded discussions is another form of assessment that is usually given, as well as attendance. Now we mark attendance for every class. So every teacher for the day, which there are 4 classes per day, every teacher would mark the attendance register. And once they are absent or they are not in school for that day or for that specific class, then a number will show up here to tell you what is happening with that child for that specific day. As in, you could click on it, see the number of days they were absent, what classes they were absent for, which date and what time they were absent from that class. And this is all as soon as you log in. It's right on the left-hand column, right here. As soon as you log in, everything is at a glance. And then here would give you pretty much everything that's happening in school, along with the holidays in Trinidad and Tobago. So Republic Day is the 24th. It would be in order. Online school commences for Form 1. School term closes December 10th. Christmas Day, Boxing Day, school reopens. Carnival Monday, and so on and so forth. So everything that is upcoming in this school life, then that is all shown in this left-hand column. In each of the classes, like your subjects, we call them courses. So if you click on courses, you'll get to see all the subjects that the child does, right? Of course, as a parent, you can click on them. And while you may not get to see everything that the teacher sees or the student sees, you have a basic idea as to what is happening, right? So the English language arts teacher would have posted some stuff, should have also posted some how-to videos, how to navigate Schoology, participation in discussion, participating in discussion, creating videos, uploading assignments. So these are things the teacher would have already posted in terms of, why are you doing that today? Okay, I have to go back. In terms of how to do certain things in Schoology. So this is pretty much how it would look. Okay, that's probably my VPN. I connected through a VPN, right? And then the teacher would have also posted some resources. So pretty much when a student logs into any class, this is what they would see, what is happening, the notes, the, 1 second, please. All right, sorry about that. Right, so this is where they would see everything that is happening in their class. As a parent, you get to see that as well. So as a parent, you can go in and see what notes were posted, what videos were posted, what PowerPoints were posted. Whatever the teacher posts, you could also have access to see exactly what they asked. If as a parent, you have a question, you can reach out to the teacher and ask the question. You can also see their grades. You could go and see their grades if they had grades, whatever they were, if they had a test, if they had an assignment, it will show up here. You can go and see what those are in real time. Mastery is something that the teacher would do depending on if there's a specific skill that they mastered. They like stickers and achievements. They like achievements, right, that the teacher would do. You could check the child's attendance. So if you click on attendance here, it would show you, if you click on at the end of the term, it would still show you for the whole term, every day that they were late, every class that they missed, and what time they missed that class. All of that information would always be here for you to see, right? And well, some things you don't have access to as a parent. So if as a parent you try to log in and click on something, if you see this private access only, it means that as a parent, you're not allowed to access that specific thing. It's related to students only, right? So if you click on conferences, as a parent, it will not allow you to sit in a classroom because parents do not sit in the classroom and you will get this error. So if a child reports that you're getting this error, usually what happens is that they logged in with the parent account, or the parent account is logged in and not the student's account. So you just need to make sure that the student's account is logged in to deal with this specific error. All right, so that's it at a glance. So this is where we go and we do everything. So we don't need to leave here to go to YouTube. Every YouTube video is posted inside of this. So if there's a YouTube video that the teacher needs them to look at or discuss, that'll be posted right inside of Schoology. They would click inside of Schoology. They would comment on it inside of Schoology. Because Schoology, what we try to do is provide an overall safe environment for students to learning. So anything that is posted, be it a YouTube video, whatever videos, whatever pictures to comment on, blogs, there are blogs, everything is done inside of Schoology where we can monitor and see what is happening with the child at every given point in time. Now, as a parent, in each course, I think, let me go back to the student. In each course, you can see what is in the course. I mentioned that to you already. You can message the teacher directly as well. So that is something else you have options to do. You can send messages. So as the parent, so if you see Kerry adjusting as the parent, you can choose to message the teacher by clicking new message. And once you start to type the name of any teacher, their names will automatically come up. So Ms. Douglas Benjamin, or if you're looking for Ms. Ramdeen, once you start to type, the name prompts will come up. So you just click on, and you can send messages to more than one person. Usually what we encourage is if you have a specific challenge in a specific subject based on notes or internet challenges or assignment not being able to be submitted on time, for whatever reason, is that you message the subject teacher along with the form teacher as well, so that both of them are aware as to what is happening, and then they would communicate with the wider staff, just in case the student would also miss some other class because they were off for the day, or there was no electricity, or there was no internet, or something like that, right? So we usually recommend that in the first instance, that if there's a challenge with a specific subject, that you message the subject teacher along with the form teacher. Now we'll introduce them to who their form teachers are and so on and so forth. And they will know who their form teachers are and they will communicate that to you. All right, you put in your subject, you put in your message, you type it in, whatever the case is. There's an app that goes with it. So this messaging box also allows you to send a voice note or a video message if you don't feel like typing or if you're driving on the road. Don't message and drive. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying that you have the options of sending a voice message or a video message. So for example, if there's a problem on the computer that you're seeing, like some error message that Schoology gave you and you don't know what it is and it was in the middle of a test, you can send a message using your phone, record the video, and send that to the teacher so they will know, hey, this is the error we got, this is the challenges that we are facing, and so on and so forth. I don't think I could use my video again because it's already used for something else, right? But then you can send a message to the teachers and they would get it and they would respond accordingly, right? So that's just Schoology in an overview. Let me just log in with a parent that would have been in a okay, let me use this one so that you could see some real-time information. All right, so there's an actual parent, actual student. So you would see here that there's a graded assignment and there's a number 1 here. This basically said that there's one assignment that was graded, and once there's a grade attached to an assignment, then you could go in and see what the assignment is. If that student did not do this assignment and they did not submit it, then under where you have overdue, then that assignment will show up here to say that that assignment is overdue, and will tell you by how many days late that assignment is overdue. So as a parent, you have access to everything in real time to ensure that your child is participating, to ensure that they're doing the work that is necessary. All right, so that's it. So coming down, so as they would have Republic Day, you would also see that on September 30th, they have a group grammar presentation for the student, that the student also have a carbohydrates worksheet that they need to do, that they have a quiz on October 1st, they have a protein worksheet to do on October 14th. So you get to see way in advance what exactly the student has to do at any given point in time. Of course, if you click on it or it's posted, they will tell you it will be open on a specific day. So you can't go in and see the test before the test is given. That's just to tell you, you have a test on this topic on this specific day. All right. So that's from a real-time perspective. If you click on the assignment, it will tell you this was it, and this was the mark that they got. I won't go into it to see how much it's out of because it's privileged information. All right, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all there is to it. All the groups will be here, and all the classes would show up here as well. So you could get to go in and see exactly what is happening, and you can monitor. And if you have any problems, then you could always message the teacher, call the school, say, I noticed this, I see this, I didn't see this. Help me understand this, and we'll work with you. One last thing, I need to show you this. So let me just use my phone. There's an app called Schoology that you can use on your phone as well. So if you don't want to sit on my computer to log in, there's an app that you could send messages in real time, receive messages in real time, just like text messages. Right, let me just put that up for you. Right, so there's an app as a parent you can use. I mean, students can use it too, but probably a bit more beneficial for parents who are on the go all the time. So you could get alerts on your phone like usual text messages. Okay, let me share my screen again. This is my actual phone, right? So there's an app on the Google Play Store called Schoology. So you can go there to look for it. And this app allows you to get alerts. So if there's a ping, if an assignment is posted, if a grade is posted, if you need to send a message, a quick message to a teacher, you could send that directly through the app like normal. So if you click on the app, this is my actual phone, right? I just have it connected to the computer. You would see, just like what I would see, the usual. You could see your notifications, you could send messages on your phone to whoever. Well, these are my messages, right? You could see the courses. I don't have any children, so none would be there. If there were children, then they would show up. They would show up here. And you could do everything you can do on a computer via the app. So you could also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, and you can download the app, and you'll have real-time access to everything just as easily as you would if you sit down in front of a computer desk. So for those of you who are usually on the go or on your phone a lot, the app might be a more reasonable thing for you to use in that case. It gives you access to the same things that you would have as if you were using or sitting down by the computer itself. You still have access to all of the information. All right, I think I saw a message somewhere. Yes, I can change the email. If you just send me the one you want to change to, I will do that. All right, so that's just the app. Go to the Google Store. Let me see if I could go to Google from here. Play Store, are you here? Right. So if you go to the Google Play Store, I have an Android phone, so I have to go to Google. So you could search for Schoology, the same word. It's this icon. It's have a blue ring with a big black S in the middle. So that is the app you download, and you would log in using your same email address and password, right? And once you log in with your email address and password, it would bring up all the relevant information for you. Julian Lewis, could you send me the corrected email address, please? And I would make the necessary changes. I say go, you log in, download it, log in, and then you have access to all the same information on the Play Store. All right. So that is for the app. I think I'm having. Why is it showing up here and it's not showing up here? All right. If there are no more questions, I just pray to officially close. Let me just end the recording. Okay, Mr. James will have to stop recording. I just pray to officially close, and then if you have any challenges in terms of your login or you need anything changed, then you could just stay back and do that. But for those who want to leave, then I'll let them leave. Let's just bow our heads for prayer. Thank you, Father, for blessing us with today. Thank you for allowing us to be able to go through this exercise productively and safely. God, we pray that as we embark on this new school journey, that we would all work together, heart and hand, to ensure the best success for our children. God, we pray that you may bless these parents, they may grant them knowledge, wisdom daily, that you grant them fortitudes mentally, emotionally, as they deal with teenagers, growing into teenagers, adolescents. God, we know this period of life is usually not the easiest, but God, I pray that you may grant them strength, that they will be able to successfully navigate. God, I pray that where they lack, that you will provide, that where they may be distressed, otherwise stressed, God, that you would grant them peace. God, I pray that they would never lack or want for anything, but that their needs would always be supplied according to your riches and glory. God, I ask them, may grant them will, power, strength, and that where they find themselves floundering, God, that they will look to you for help, for all our help comes from you. So God, we thank you for them, and we pray that you may grant them the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, and every other virtue they need to be able to assist their child or children to be able to be successful citizens, we pray. In Jesus' name we ask this with thanksgiving. Amen. I take care, everybody.